seeing how things have changed. And, you know, I have to literally go back for a minute. Like, if you step out of now and go back in time for a minute, and I literally will be back in a minute. Just me trying to be clever, I guess. But walking through the woods is that it's a literal thing. I'm literally walking through the woods, but I mean it figuratively too. You know, the efforts of reflecting. It's like a figurative walk through the woods, because that's what I do when I walk through the woods. I reflect and I think. Enjoy. But then I was like, nah, that's not even, like, that's not me. I can't, that's not, like, why should I try and bend my art for that? So let me just do what I do. Yo. Have you ever been walking in the woods before? No. I try and go and
fisherman never say that the fish stink is that. If you come to buy my fish, I ain't gonna tell you the stink. I can do the fresh. Yeah, man, these are fresh fish just get today, you know. These are fresh fish just come up the sea. Had it from yesterday. So I ain't gonna tell you that the stink that to come. Because fish market does mess stink. No, man. It's fresh fish.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. It is like that.
Yeah. So that one, it means that now is someone going to tell you the truth about themselves, innit?
Yeah.
That's right. That's why it's a fisherman going to tell you fish stink.
Right.
Someone might got bad ways or they got something and they ain't going to tell you.
Tell you.
No. Because no. I ain't telling you no lies. I ain't telling you no lies. I'm telling you the truth. I ain't telling you no lies.
That's true.
Yeah, I learn all these things, see? That's why no one never just got one on none.
Wow. I find that sometimes I wonder if I'm exposing too much about myself in my poetry. If I'm giving too much away, you know, if I'm telling too many stories, too many accounts about my life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think with the storytelling, like how he did there is always really good. Because you capture people's attention that way.
Mm.
Whereas I think obviously with the first, was it the first album you did?
Mm.
Although it was sick, obviously not everyone can relate to what you're saying.
Nah, like it's just, see, the first album started to become more about my, like, almost testing my ability to just be as sick as possible. Like I got a track called Who Am I, and I was saying the words today. Like, look, it goes, 90s baby, but I've been enlightened. Profound knowledge that I've been deciding whether to let it out or keep it inside. Your views are archaic, obsolete, whereas mine are so fresh and with the times that it's by the times that I actually defined. Look at him. He goes to speak his mind. but he holds back like it's a crime. The first time round, he got declined. I said, the first time round, yeah, he got declined. Don't worry about them. They're behind. They're going to laugh with you and then bleed you dry. Don't fall back. You don't have to hide. I'm different from you. I'm among the few who address me as a pharaoh or a god of fire, Hephaestus, when I talk to you. Metaphorically, of course, among these humans I've been an outcast since I was born, so pardon the obtuse epigrammatic language that I talk. Maybe I'll be no good for Elysium after all. But I stand tall, and one day you'll understand I'm a young aesthete with refined sensitivity for art and beauty. I'm different from you. I'm among the few who address me as a pharaoh or a god of fire, Hephaestus, when I talk to you. Or Poseidon, the sea is where I'm residing, an Olympian deity of the pantheon, what a Hellenic finding. Tamer of the horses are the secrets we were binding. Earthquake, groundbreaker, what's Hellenic? Bruv, come on! And I was like, I was saying it to myself today, and I had to say it like twice or 3 times because I was like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think.
but it's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much.
When you were saying that, I was just about to comment and say that, like, there's certain artists that they've got a lot to say, and they almost need to slow down what they do in order for people to like capture what they're saying. Because like when you were saying that, there was little points I was capturing, but whereas when you said that intro poem, like every word was like I heard it because it was slow and kind of things. So
meaningful and precise.
So I think what you're doing at the moment would be sick if it's slowed down.
He said to you what? He said what?
Do you remember when he said, don't, you can't, like, let's send the boy out without money? And I said, what do you mean don't send him? He's going out with you. He said, if he wants popcorn and stuff, you've got to give him money. That's what he said. And I said, but he's going out with his dad. Why would I give him money? Money that you don't give me.
The other day my boss said to me he watched a documentary about how Afro-Caribbeans from the male category frequently leave their family. He said apparently it goes back to slavery. I just nodded my head as I agreed. I remembered I too felt such disunity. I grew up thinking it was stitched into the seams of my genes, destined to betray, or so it would seem. I can break the mold though, I guess we soon will see. I can preach that I'm different man I ought to be. But just like your dad, mum would say to me, I used to hate that because it made me think I too would leave. We choose our own path and I can choose differently. Since a youngin' I tried to practice loyalty. Now I'm loyally showing love to those that deserve it from me. A fist in the air for all the black men we see who couldn't stop themselves from repeating our history. We still love you. And he goes in the car, stands there, and then sits in his car for a while, and eventually drives off. And I go up the stairs, angry, and I punched the door.
Yeah, but what was the point of that?
Because I was vexed, man. And with the whole situation, with him and everything. And so I punched the door in frustration, mashed up my hand, because at that time I was still young and I couldn't dent the door. And then I'm in your room crying, looking at my hand, because it's flipping hurting. And then I ice it.
I think your bars are coming more mature,
Yeah.
if that's even a word. But I think there's things you're coming out with, and it's like almost as a compliment. It's like, did you write that kind of thing, which I think is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, to be touching on things like when you first started saying it to me, I thought you were reading me a quote.
No.
And I was like, this is good. I thought you were just speeding it up. That was good. And to be touching on subjects like that as well.
It's mad,
like,
isn't
to deliver it well, because it's obviously it's a sensitive subject to be touched on, isn't it?
Yeah.
But in order to accurately depict what a trip through the woods is like for me, I have to. I have to. When I walk, I talk, and I think about and reflect on my life. You know, I really do reflect on my life. Decisions I made, decisions other people made that affected me. So I have to. You know, I have to talk about those things that are real. You know, I have to talk about those decisions. I have to talk about the good times. I have to talk about the bad times. I have to talk about the things that got me here to where I am today, walking through the woods today. What's on my mind? You know, what am I thinking about today? What's bothering me today? I had a conversation between an African in the Caribbean and a white man. And I sat there laughing to myself like this has been an argument my whole life. Like the whole time I've been on this earth, I have witnessed this back and forth. You know, it may be subtle, it may be the opposite, but it's there, you know, and it's even more obvious now that I'm looking out for it. Even now that I'm noticing these things and I'm observing more, I see it. My poor judgments, my good judgments, my obsession to be a better father than my dad was, to be a better man than my dad was,